The Desmo project is back. I know we've been away for ages. I'm going to apologise, but then explain why it's been such a long time since we've shot the last piece. We know we've got to strip the heads off the Desmo motor, and in the nicest way possible. If it was a 10 a penny CBR 600 motor, we'd probably just jump in and do it blind. It's not, it's a Desmo thing. So these projects expand and contract in their timeline dependent on the availability of spares. It's quite hard to get hold of parts for a Desmo motor, and also ridiculously even rarer than a one of 1400 2008 Desmosedici Ducati is this, the servicing manual for those bikes. This thing is like to say it's like hen's teeth made of rocking horse shit would be doing it an understatement, but we've managed to get hold of one. I don't know how excited Dan's going to be when I deliver this in a minute, but I think he's certainly going to be relieved. You know, he's very, very keen, more keen than I am most of the time, to make sure that everything is done absolutely to the best of his ability, which is already way higher than mine. So giving him the right books and the right tools to do the job is just going to make his job easier and make your experience better for it. So we've also been away and got ourselves a new van. The road trip to the Nürburgring showed that we needed a bit of a parts hauler, so we spoke to the good guys at Ford. They've hooked us up with this Transit. We're going to be doing some stuff with this later on in the year, you know, how to pack a van for track days and do things with vans that people with bikes like to be able to do. So there's loads going on. I'm outside Dan's place. Hopefully he's got the kettle on. I'm going to take him this servicing schedule, and we are going to do some engine work. Daniel?
Yes, John. New van?
New van, mate. Been away in it. Got you a little present.
Fantastic, mate. I've got you a present.
Oh, nice.
We'll trade.
Pleasure doing business. That's the... Still warm, like it. That's the disc that I've just been waffling about in the van. That's so hard to find, as you know. We've scoured dealers up and down the country, eBay, everywhere. Finally got our hands on one. That's going to unlock the secrets that you need to help me to show these guys how to take the heads off a Desmo motor.
I'm coming in. Let's get cracking.
So while Dan's over there doing his homework, I'm just catching up with what he's been doing behind the scenes, and it's clear that he's made himself a little timing locking tool here. Obviously there's a Ducati specialist part, but much like that DVD, it's so hard to get hold of specialist tools to service this motor that it was easier for Dan to make his own. So all of the timing and everything that's going on inside here is now locked firmly in position, which will allow us to take everything off, strip the heads off, take a look and see what's going on inside. Done your homework, Dan?
Yeah, mate.
Happy?
Yeah.
Sweet. I've just been talking about your little cam timing locking tool that you've put together. It's going to do the job.
Quick and easy. Cheap.
Yeah, and it works.
And it'll work.
So the next step is going to be, what is the next step going to be?
Basically, now we've timed it all up,
Yep.
as you said before, we'll literally just undo stuff.
Undo stuff until there's nothing left to undo. I'm looking in here, and some of these, like this Torx bolt there, doesn't look just furry, it looks rusted in. Are we going to WD-40 and soak them and all that kind of stuff?
No, mate, we're just undo them.
Okay.
Just going to have to hold it, John.
Are these like stretch bolts that will need to be replaced with new ones, or?
That's a good question, because I don't know.
If only we had a manual. We have a manual. Bit sticky that one, Dan. Need a little bit of lube or anything, mate?
Nah, we'll be fine. Same surface.
Yeah.
Corrosion anyway. Just where it's sat in a nice damp shed.
I get the feeling any day soon you're going to give me a toothbrush and a cleaning job that's probably going to take me all day.
That's your job, mate.
Doesn't get any easier or less nerve-wracking for me hanging around with this motor.
Do you not?
No. No, and I think like most projects, and people at home will know what I'm getting at when I say if you leave it for just a little bit too long, you kind of forget where you're at with it and what goes where and what you've taken off and what needs to be done. That's the best excuse that I'm coming up for my SR500. Still not being done 5 years after I bought it.
Good job, I've got a good memory in it.
Yeah.
So now it should be really ready to
Just lift away.
lift away. Yeah, you've got the engine job.
Yep. I see movement. You good? Is that moisture there normal? Good, bad?
Yeah, it's just where it's probably just seeped into it a little bit, but we'll have all the valves and all that out anyway and just check them all, check the valve seats.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
One down. So what's this gooey mush all about here, Dan?
So it's basically where the coolant's broken down and separated, you know, and it's basically causing corrosion, which is why we're at this stage where we're at now. You
And
know, like the radiator,
Yeah.
we noticed in that. So I just want to take the head gaskets off the block and see if there's any corrosion to the surface of the block.
So obviously it's marked and it's dirty, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
it's
I
not, that
reckon
might
it's-
not be corrosion. It's just need to clean
Yeah, I
up.
mean, it's, looking at it now, that'll clean up lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely fine. Which is what we was hoping, really. We didn't want to see massive pits or anything like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And obviously we'd clean it up and inspect it further, but just looking at it now, running my hand across it, there's nothing major there.
Yeah. So you're feeling for pits and nicks.
Yeah,
and
big pits and stuff like that, which obviously you worry about the water seeping from this seal
Yeah.
out of the head, basically, out of the gasket.
Dan, all the signs are looking good for you.
Yeah.
But how do you know, in terms of next steps, whether or not you need to send this to a machine shop?
We'll basically just clean it up, put a flat edge on it, see if there's any distortion on the block. We'll do exactly the same on the head as well.
Yep.
And we'll just go from there, really. But I mean, looking at the block now, the signs look pretty good.
Okay.
So really, I think where the separations happen, it's just caused the coating to come off the head gasket.
Okay.
Due to
So these are fit for the bin.
fit for the bin. We'll clean everything up, check everything, and we'll put new ones on there.
All right. Well, I'm going to find something arty to do with them because I'm a creative. I might hang one up at
They're
home.
pretty
or
cool,
something.
aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Expensive though, even
Well,
second hand.
The one that I'm taking home isn't. So that's this one off. I'm guessing it's an easier job to do this at the same time as that. So we'll clean and measure everything.
Pull them both off, examine them, and we'll go from there and make a decision what we've got to do.
Okay. Right, I'll do this one, Dan.
Go for it.
I've seen your perfect demonstration of how to do it.
Fucking easy.
You just shout if I'm about to break anything or cost you any more money than I probably already have today. So Dan's left me unattended with the motor. It's one of the other reasons why, like I said at the start, this project has stretched the timeline. This is an active live workshop. When the phone rings or the doorbell dings, Dan has to go and earn some money. So it's not always quite as easy as you might think for us to just block book 3 or 4 days and just work on this one project alone. He's got bills to pay. I've got stuff to do as well. And I'm using that now as an excuse not to put this back on that until Dan's back over to keep an eye on me. I did say that I've done all the hard work already, so you're welcome.
Mate, you're a legend.
That looks cleaner to me already.
Yeah, it's not as bad as that other one, but...
Oh, I don't know, you still got a little bit of that mushy...
Oh yeah, it's everywhere, so that's cool though. It's just like the other one, see?
So the same job twice.
Yeah. Again, it's not that bad at all. So, happy days.
So mate, not the sexiest episode we've shot, but I think certainly one of the most necessary.
Yeah, it needed to be done, for sure.
Yeah. You also seem happy, but I don't think there's much point me hanging around getting under your feet watching you clean some cylinder head. So I'm going to jump in the swanky new van and go and get you some parts.
Do it, mate, yeah. So there's a fairly big list. We've got clips, bits and pieces that need to be addressed, even like hose clips and hoses themselves, they're all fairly brittle.
All that furry stuff that we saw on day one of the project needs to be replaced, basically.
Everything, yeah. Even down to the rusty head bolts, we're not putting them back on it.
Yep.
We're putting new ones on there.
So I don't just need to go and find a head gasket set.
No,
it's going to be quite a shopping list.
Yeah, but we're getting fairly quick. So
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So once we've got them, I'm just trying to give people an idea of what they can expect in the next episode of the show and where we're at in general with the project.
Well, by that time, we would have cleaned and addressed the heads and,
Yep.
and the block. And
So this
it'd
isn't
be-
coming apart any more than it already is?
No more than that, no.
Okay.
Clean it up, put it back together. and then we'll assemble all the chassis
Mm-hmm.
and get everything dealt with, really.
Make it sound pretty easy, mate.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am. I'm looking forward to sticking a key in it when it's done.
Yeah, definitely.
And maybe having a little ride.
Yeah, not long.